Hi, my name is Lauren, and for the last year, my husband Jason and I have been converting our Ram ProMaster, and aside from a few minor aesthetics, the van is pretty much finished, which meant it was time to take Sam, that's the name of our van, on their first big adventure. Now, if you saw my previous video, then you know we're in the process of trying to find somewhere new to call home. Somewhere we can buy land and build our own version of a homestead, maybe a fixer-upper. And Vermont has been on our list, and with my family living up in New England as another great excuse to go visit them, we figured what better way to kick off the summer than heading north. All right, so we are officially on the road. We've got the boys down here. Potato, can you back up? So this is gonna be a lot to get used to, this camera and this whole thing. There he is. Here's a good boy. Miles is back here. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Doing okay? Hi, honey.
Hi.
We are in North Carolina. We're kind of heading to New York/Vermont area, but we're probably gonna stop somewhere in like Virginia so we can sleep. And it's gonna be our first time using Harvest Host, which I'm super excited. And if you're not familiar with Harvest Host, it's basically this membership. Hi, buddy, relax. Where you can stay at farms or wineries or breweries. Either way, you get free overnight stays. So we're going to be staying somewhere. We don't 100% know where just yet, but we're gonna figure it out once we get tired and don't want to drive anymore. So that's what we're doing. We're on the road. I'm trying out this new camera. It's very exciting. And that's all I got for you. But I will say our van's looking pretty cute. Pretty cute. Aren't you, taters? Aren't you, taters?
Was that strong enough?
Happy tail. I'm just having some coffee, walking through the vineyards, listening to the birds, and the rain has passed, thankfully. You know, it's wild. Like, I catch myself looking up at the view and with the van and this gorgeous vineyard with the mountains. And I keep catching myself crying because of how absolutely perfect this is. How for the last year I have worked so hard. We have worked so hard to get to this point, and here we are and we're doing it. And this is all I've wanted. I've just wanted to be outside. I wanted things to be simple. I wanted to get back to what's important to me and get back to who I am. And I hope that future Lauren will look back at this and be like, yeah, I remember that day. I remember that first morning where we woke up and saw the farm and the cows and the big, beautiful sky. I remember making coffee for the first time and just crying as I looked at the mountains. This is what it's all about. How much more perfect can this get? After an evening of our dogs playing with the vineyard owner's new puppy, partaking in some of their wine, and much needed rest, we packed up and finally made our way to Vermont. This is absolutely insane right now. We're just hanging out with cows and a giant horse. Like, what? Like, black freaking beauty. How cool is this? This is so wild. I just don't even... A butterfly. This is amazing. Hi, BB. You are... Miles. We have officially made it to Vermont, which is wild to say because we've been talking about this for so long. Every day is completely different, like where we stay or how we navigate the workday or how we navigate the dogs and everything. It's like just a constant learning curve. The birds are amazing. Why can't I figure this out? There we go. We went through upstate New York and stayed at a couple vineyards there. I think there was a farm one night, which was really beautiful. But yeah, so then we went into North Bennington. It actually kind of worked out perfectly. Jason was working in the coffee shop and then I was hanging out with the dogs. The weather was perfect, so it was great. The Max Air fans, I'm actually really impressed at how well they worked. Like everything that we have done to this van has been simply based off of like other people's YouTube channels or like recommendations and things like that. So using the Max Air fans, they have been awesome. They have been more than enough. It's definitely super smart having one in the front and one in the back and then having that like constant airflow going through. Anyway, so we stopped in North Bennington. Jason was at a coffee shop and then I was with the dogs. And then after that, we made our way to the Wilmington, Marlboro area. Ended up staying at the Vermont Distillers. That was overlooking the 100-mile view, which I guess is like 100 miles you can see into the mountains through Massachusetts. It was absolutely gorgeous. And now we have made it to Brattleboro. The town itself is so cute. I can't wait to have more of a chance to explore it and be able to like try out some of like the local spots. It's been a lot of bopping around, so I think we'll probably just hang out here and give ourselves some stationary time. It's beautiful. I mean, come on. Like, this is nuts. Like, we couldn't ask for anything better. The cows and the horse, they all went away. So they all went to sleep or to graze or I don't know, whatever cows and horses do. You see, I'm around them all the time. Anyway, so that's the plan. It's funny because this whole filming situation is a lot different than the van build. It's a lot different than doing a step-by-step tutorial. I've never done this kind of like vlog situations. And I have this new camera, this DJI Osmo Pocket 3 that I'm trying out for a couple weeks to see if it's something that I want to use. So far, I really like it, but I forget to take it with me places because I always have my phone with me. So it's a lot of new stuff, new van stuff, new camera, new filming experience, vlogging versus I don't even know. Oh my gosh, this is one more time. Just look at this. I got shocked. Potato and I, we got shocked by the fence.
How fence?
We learned that it's most definitely, if there was any question about it being an electric fence, we now know. It wasn't fun. Now he's terrifying and he stays right. You cooking?
Yeah, I got cheese.
Nice.
Where's this taco meat?
Oh. Yeah, that's it. It's,
mushroom crumble?
yeah.
I got that.
This is our fridge. This is our rum punch that we just got from the distillery that we're staying at. And this is what
Can't wait to try it.
this is what we got going on in our fridge situation. It's a little chaotic, but guess what? We're making it work. This is what you don't see. Okay?
YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube and Instagram. And this is what you don't see.
Look.
Ugh, it's not gonna close.
That's what you don't see.
Oh no, the cream cheese fell.
That's cream cheese.
That's cream cheese.
You ready for this?
Yeah, I
This
am.
is ridiculous.
Oh yeah, it smells like a dream. So we had a Planet Fitness shower today. Got a little workout on, which was nice. First thing in the morning. Now we are currently technically we're in New Hampshire. We're on like the border of Vermont and New Hampshire. Brattleboro, Vermont, Keene, New Hampshire. So we're like on the border. And we're staying at a distillery, which was awesome because after work we did like clearly we did a little tasting. A little whiskey tasting, and it was lovely. And now we are making tacos, as in Jason's making tacos, and I'm hanging out because I need a break to just sit and not worry about the puppers. So, and my allergies are going nutso, acclimating to the different environments. Check out Miles, though. He's so sweet. Miles, you eating grass? You eating grass, buddy? Come on in and join the party. We've got wine and we've got tunes. Do you want any wine or do you want a Keystone Light?
Don't want a Keystone. I'll probably have a little bit of wine. Yeah.
Hey, good boy. We have Oreos. This is our first experience staying in a Walmart parking lot.
It's gonna be fine. Oh,
As you said that.
I know. Oh, kids. Oh, geez. I have sweatpants. I have some, right? They'll be washed tomorrow.
Yeah, we're gonna do a ton of laundry.
One of the places we made a priority to visit was somewhere that has been on my list for nearly 2 years. In a small town in northern Vermont is a 150-acre property known as Dog Mountain. It was purchased by an artist named Stephen Hunick and his wife in 1995. Dog Mountain is a massive terrain for dogs to run free off leash with grassy trails and a pond to cool off on warm summer days. But one of the main reasons I wanted to come was for the dog chapel. On Christmas Eve of 2021, I experienced the worst day of my life. I lost my soul dog, Luna, at the young age of 3. In therapy, I learned one of the ways we can navigate grief is by finding ways to continue honoring the ones we've lost. So it meant the world to me as I walked into a sea of other dogs, photos memorializing the ones they've loved and lost. So to honor Luna, I left a photo amongst her new friends she's met over the Rainbow Bridge. And yet, despite the sadness of it all, it was also comforting knowing Luna was not alone. And for that, I am eternally grateful.
Always cleaning, you know? She's always cleaning. Not even different than a house. She's always clean. Morning. Good morning.
After 2 weeks on the road of gym showers, morning coffees in new places, and visiting family, a heat wave took over the East Coast, which meant it was too hot for the van and time for us to head home. When we returned, the backyard looked like a jungle with overgrown grass and a garden that ran wild. The house was pristine just as we had left it for realtors to show their clients while we were away. The fridge was entirely too empty for our stomachs that had spent 2 weeks eating more than their fair share of wine and cheese. I miss it already. I miss being able to see the Milky Way in an ocean of stars as we sat by a fire. I miss hearing the sounds of Mother Nature like a symphony I long forgot. Don't get me wrong, traveling in a van as a pack of 4 was a major learning curve. There were absolutely difficulties, and I'd be lying if I said every second was a fairy tale. But even in those hard moments, I felt as though I was a fuller version of myself than most easy moments I've had over the last few years. As contradictory as this may sound, the farther we drove away from the place we've planted roots for the last 3 years, the more I felt my feet firmly planted on the ground. I know we'll be back out there, just as soon as the summer heat dies down. We need this time of stability to recharge, to reset and learn so our next adventure will be a little bit easier on us. I needed to come back to sit with what these last few weeks have given me. Perspective. When I try to explain to other people what I want out of life, I get a look of confusion, as if I have no clue of how the world works or what it means to be an adult. This trip gave me exactly what I needed. I needed to be reminded that life doesn't have to be drawn out the way we've been taught. Life can look however you want it to, even if other people don't necessarily understand it or agree with it. It's more important to do what makes you happy, not what other people define as a happy life. As my dad had said, if you're happy, then that joy seeps into the lives of everyone else. I can only imagine how this looks to most people, but I am not most people. I never want to be most people. I just want to be me. So that's what I'm going to do.